Back at it here. Happy Wednesday, television family. Gather in front of the warmth of your high-definition television. You're going to need it. It is Wednesday, the 12th day of February 2025. I am Dan Kuntz, and it's cold, and we've set another record. We did it yesterday. We got all the way down to 8 degrees for a new record low on February 11th. We've already done it on this February 12th. The old record, 15 degrees. We have demolished that. It is 9 outside our studios, and if you factor in the wind chill value, 0. It's cold, but other places are colder still. We're going to have to deal with this today and again tomorrow. One more day of this. We're going to set another record low, by the way, on Thursday, and then things start changing. On Friday, we're going to gradually warm up. We're going to see more clouds. We're going to see some light snow, no real accumulations. We have a slide to show for you in just a little bit on how much snow each of the municipalities around here could expect over the weekend. It ain't much. In fact, it could actually switch over to rain, as we're going to see temperatures back to 40, which is where we should be this time of the year. It's been a long time since we've had the afternoon high at normal. Forecast details are on the way. A lot of news, a lot of sports. Wenatchee Wild lost a heartbreaker in Spokane last night to the Chiefs. Highlights of that. We had the Eastmont and Wenatchee boys and girls doubleheader for you on the NCWLIFE channel. They split. Eastmont girls won, but the Wenatchee boys upset the Eastmont boys. Highlights of that. And in the back half of the program, of course, we now have a royal court for the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. They were crowned on Saturday night, and the royal court themselves, the Queen and the two princesses, came in and visited with our own Eric Grandstrom a couple of days ago. That conversation in the back half of the program, you don't want to miss it. Lots going on. 3 slides to show for you. Let's hop right into it. First of all, I mentioned snow totals starting tomorrow night. Not much. Very little at all. Wenatchee's about in the middle of your screen if you have a hard time picking it up. We may get, when it's all said and done, maybe an inch by 4 o'clock on Friday. They are predicting less than an inch of snow, as a matter of fact, for the Wenatchee Valley. Some locations, maybe a couple of inches. Basically, the farther north and the farther east you go, the better chance of seeing actually snow on the ground. It's going to be widespread light snow starting tomorrow night, continuing into Friday night. Tapers off a little bit over the weekend. Again, very little snow expected for this system, and it's going to be very light and powdery snow, kind of like the snow we had just a few days ago. The Climate Prediction Center yesterday afternoon spit out their long-term forecast. We'd like to show them to you. This is for next week, the 17th through the 21st. As you can see, temperatures about normal, which means we're going to be bumping back up to about that 40-degree mark. That's normal for this time of the year. We'll be back to 40, they tell us, by Tuesday of next week, which is the 17th. So right around Tuesday, we'll be at 40, and we'll be hovering right around the lower 40s, they tell us, for most of next week. We got to get there first. So that is your long-term forecast for temperatures. Same time period, precipitation, maybe a little more than normal, not much. It looks like to be about normal as far as precipitation. So normal temps and normal precipitation are on the way once we get there, but we're not there yet. From the National Weather Service, as I mentioned, it's cold. 24, our forecast afternoon high. Yesterday's high was 26. Our normal high is 40. In fact, our normal overnight low is 27. We're not even going to be close to that. Again, we've already set a record low for today. We will set a record low for tonight as well, as we get down to 8 degrees, and then we finally start warming up. Afternoon high is not going to be much on Thursday, but by Thursday, late afternoon into the early evening hours is when we start thinking about a little bit of light snow, and it's certainly going to be a lot warmer. Look at the difference in the temperatures between Thursday and Friday. And then we're going to hover right around the mid to lower 30s on Saturday, back up to the mid 30s on Sunday, and then we actually get almost pleasant. It can be cloudy, but we'll take 40 degrees. I'll take 40 degrees any day of the week after this stretch of cold weather. It's just it's impossible to stay warm outside. I don't care how many layers you have on, but relief is in sight. You just have to deal with this for a couple more days. We're going to take a break and come back with your headlines, and there's a lot of it, including the levies from yesterday's special election. Results coming up. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
The family at the Epladolin want to help your loved one feel at ease in their new home environment. Epladolin offers beautiful one-bedroom and studio apartments. Residents enjoy 3 delicious home-style meals a day, laundry service, housekeeping service, and encouragement to make themselves cozy in their new home. Epladolin welcomes your family to come and visit their family. Epladolin, independent and assisted living. They make the complicated easy for you. Call today for a tour.
Craving fresh Asian comfort food? Steam Panda is Wenatchee's popular family-friendly Asian restaurant. They focus on providing guests with delicious, healthy, fresh, and natural dishes for an affordable price. Warm up with one of their many popular house-made soup dumplings, ramen noodles, or pho dishes. And make sure to ask about their lunch and chef specials on sushi rolls. Steam Panda's Hawaiian poke bowl and salads are excellent with your favorite boba tea. Stop by or order online at Steam Panda today.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
9 degrees in the big city. It is 1 degree in Moses Lake. Mid-20s today. Another record overnight low expected overnight into Thursday. A gradual warming trend. Some light snow over the weekend. Back to normal temperatures by next week. It's 7 minutes after the hour. The Wenatchee, Cascade, and Manson school districts all passed their levies last night. They only needed a simple majority, and they got more than that in the special election. The Wenatchee School District passed their educational programs and operations levy. The results there, 60.7%, with a total of 5,663 yes votes, 3,664 no votes. Wenatchee's levy was the target, of course, of the Wenatchee Record political mailer that was sent out ahead of the election. That mailer encouraged voters to vote against the levy. In Leavenworth, Cascade passed both their EP&O levy at 65.9%, 1,787 yes, 923 no, and Cascade also passed their capital levy, 64.5%, 1,752 yes, 961 no, and in Manson, they had 2 levies. They both passed, an EP&O levy at 65.4%, with 537 yes votes and 284 no votes, and their capital levy passed. Same deal, 65.7%, 544 yes votes and 284 no votes. Over in Grant County, the Moses Lake School District passed their education programs and operations levy last night. Remember, last year they had 2 levies that failed, and that led to layoffs of staff and the loss of funding for sports, but voters approved the levy. 58.77%, 5,911 yes, 4,147 no. In a press release, the district said the levy passing was celebrating a, quote, monumental victory, end quote, after those 2 unsuccessful levy tries last year. According to the district's website, the district will gain $23.5 million in local effort assistance from 2006 to 2029, and that means items like paraeducators will be coming back, teaching staff will be rehired, full support of athletics and activities by the 2026-2027 school year, and the restoration of advanced placement courses. The first of a dozen men arrested last summer in an online sex abuse dragnet has entered a guilty plea. Jacob Ryan C., 26 years old, of East Wenatchee, he pled guilty in Douglas County Court on Friday to a felony count of attempted indecent liberties, plus a gross misdemeanor charge of communicating with a minor for immoral purposes. C. and 9 other Wenatchee men, plus 2 from other cities, they were arrested in July as part of the Washington State Patrol's Net Nanny operation. That project aims to catch suspects who respond to phony online solicitations for commercial sex with a minor. C. and other suspects allegedly came to selected locations around the valley with intent to commit follow-up on those solicitations. He was initially charged with more substantial felonies, including attempted child rape and commercial sexual abuse of a minor. Prosecutors are recommending that C spend 27 months behind bars. The Chelan-Douglas Health District issued an urgent warning to Valley residents regarding the presence of fentanyl in local supplies of methamphetamine. Recent reports to the district from its healthcare partners indicate that meth is being contaminated with fentanyl. In local communities, fentanyl, of course, is highly potent. It can be up to 50 times stronger than heroin, and that would cause overdoses even in small amounts. The CDHD is urging everybody to exercise caution and be aware of this contamination issue. And if you suspect somebody is overdosing, don't hesitate. Call 911. The YMCA has received the building permit that they need so they can build their new headquarters on 5th Street and Wenatchee Avenue. The approval from the city allows the building to be constructed on a portion of the former Chelan County PUD campus property. Wenatchee YMCA Executive Director Dory Foster told our media partner, the Wenatchee World, that construction is scheduled to begin in March. The formal groundbreaking will take place in April. The new building is expected to be completed by the end of 2026. It'll include new pools, kitchens, lockers, daycare, and more. By the way, Dory Foster will be my guest on this show tomorrow. Mission Ridge Ski and Board Resort will discuss recent and upcoming changes at a public forum. It's at the Local Events Center at the Pybus Public Market tonight at 5:30. Representatives from Mission Ridge will be on hand. It's being put on by the Wenatchee World. You have a chance to meet the new general manager, Matt Neubauer. Mission Ridge has a rather substantial expansion project in the works. It's been in the works for about 8 years or so. 621 condominiums, single-family homes, a big lodge, housing for employees, and the whole 9 yards. You can attend. Again, it begins tonight at 5:30 at the Local Events Center at the Pybus Public Market, put on by our media partner, the Wenatchee World. Birch Mountain Road in Wenatchee closed. Well, will be anyway. On Valentine's Day, this Friday, the road will be closed at the upper dirt portion of Birch Mountain Road. You can't miss it because there's a gate there. Additionally, Horse Lake Road in Wenatchee, Mountain Home Road in Leavenworth, and Oklahoma Gulch Road near Aniat, they'll all are closed for the winter season. All 4 roads set to reopen on April Fool's Day. They do this every year because they need to protect the dirt roads from damage that can be done by vehicles during winter conditions and to protect the herd of mule deers. And that's the news at 13 minutes after the hour. If you're interested in what's going on around here, and we have a feeling that you do because a lot of people watch the news at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock tonight, 5, 6, and 10 on television. That doesn't work for you. It's up and running via the World Wide Web. You can watch the news whenever you're ready for it. Once it gets to about 5 o'clock, Monday through Friday. Takes a little while to put it together, you know. It'll be available on our Facebook page, on our YouTube page, and best yet, our homepage, NCWLIFE.com. And if something out there you think is newsworthy, you don't hesitate. You send us an email, and we get them, news@NCWLIFE.com. Highlights from the Wenatchee Wild's heartbreaking loss to Spokane and Eastmont and Wenatchee basketball. Coming up in sports, you're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Hey there folks, Blueberry Carrie here to invite you on out to Blueberry Hills to experience some real treats. Take a look at our homemade cream pies, our amazing cheesecakes, and don't forget our famous banana pudding. Remember, we're more than just great treats. People come from all over the world to experience what has been called one of the best destination restaurants in the Pacific Northwest. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's where the world is coming to.
When you've been in business for 40 years, it's because you understand change and you put members first, always. Now Works is announcing a change in their membership model. Up to 6 people on one membership that you can mix and match. The more people, the bigger the discounts. Introducing the Works shared membership model. One membership, friends and family and flexibility. Works, the cleanest, friendliest, most helpful gyms you and your friends will ever join.
Sports at 16 minutes after the hour. Shea Van Olm tied it with 30 seconds left in regulation, and then he netted the game winner with 2:08 left in overtime. Spokane beats the Wenatchee Wild 4-3. In Spokane last night, the Chiefs outshot Wenatchee 35-18, including 9-3 in the third period.
Up the right side, Martin fires it out front, a tip and a score! Back to Andreessen at the point, right circle, quick shot, save, rebound, score. Friesen out front, puck came right to him, no one marking him, and he shovels it in. And it's now a 1-1 game. Chiefs back on the penalty kill. Sights out front, a quick shot and a score. McCloskey right in between the circles, wide open, and it's now 2-1 in favor of Wenatchee. Back out to the blue line. Back to Crampton. Crampton hit it off of G. It went straight up in the air, hit off of his back, and rolls across the goal line. Braden Crampton, his second goal in as many games, and Spokane has tied this game at 2 with 14:47 left. Friesen, left side, a shot and a score. Dunphy open on that left circle as the Chiefs got scrambling defensively. Looking, goes to Sarkanoff, puts it out front, and a score! Shea Van Olm open net front. And Spokane scores with 30.8 seconds left, and this game is tied at 3. Catton with it. Catton holds, comes out front, out, and almost shoots and scores! Shea Van Olm with 2:08 left in overtime, and Spokane wins this game by a final score of 4-3.
The Wild fall to 9th place in their Western Conference with a loss. They're 1 point behind Seattle. The Wild play their first home game since January 28th. It'll be Friday when the Portland Winterhawks come to town. Women's basketball, number 11 TCU improves to 17-0 at home. They drubbed BYU last night 79-47. Haley Van Lith, 9 of her 11 points came in the second half. TCU outscored BYU in the second half 41-17. Closer to home, it was senior night at Eastmont High School. The Wildcats and the Panthers took to the hardwood in the girls' game. It was a tight first quarter, but then the Wildcats pulled away with a dominant second quarter. They win 51-28. Grant Olson had the call on the NCWLIFE channel.
Here's Garcia Miller to Cardona. Back to Garcia Miller. Under the basket. Layup good, and she's fouled. Nice dribble. Right wing. Takes it to the basket. Good. Malia Lehman. What a ball handler for a freshman to fellow freshman Giselle Hoban. Back to Lehman. Top of the key. Shots taken by Hines. The lefty for 3. Good. And it's back to a 10-point lead for Eastmont, 21-11. Here's Reeser. Far side on the wing, back top of the key. McGinnis left open. She puts up the 3. It's good. Quito, she loses control of it. Lehman down court. Hines, head fake, no good. There's Pilkington, the put back up and in. Hines whips it back out, top of the key. Lehman for 3, no good. Back up with it. Pilkington, no good. Riley Jones the block. Pilkington again, back up and in. Does finally find Lehman. Right side, Haberlock. Now it's Lehman to Pilkington. Pilkington, the floater in the lane. Good. And back comes Norton for the Panthers. 2 seconds. 1. The layup good by Norton to end this one. And that is our ball game. Our final score, Eastmont 51 and Wenatchee 28.
I think we've been playing together really good, and I think that's been helping us win. And beating them 3 times, that's also helped us a lot.
And you know, you guys are in the mix, maybe even for second place now in the Big Nine with West Valley, Ike, all bunched up. This was a big win tonight. You finished with the win. Your next game, you're going to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, we're going to beat Ike.
That's your next game, and that's what you've been waiting for.
Yeah, I've been waiting to play Ike because we lost to them by 1 point the last game. And I know we'll beat them this game if we play together.
The boys' game featured a huge third quarter for the Panthers as they won their first league game of the year. 71-65, Panther junior inside man Connor Cass dominated. He had 25 points, almost all in the paint.
Torres dribbles around, pressure, beautiful pass to Cass underneath, it's good. Here's Snyder, nothing, nowhere to go, gets it to Llewellyn, easy layup, it's good. Llewellyn now in double figures with 10 for the Wildcats. Here's Ryder Ray back the other way for the Panthers. Spin move blocked by Yale. Back to Torres, takes the 3, no good. Cass the rebound, back up and in. At 44, 3 minutes left second quarter. Hammond underneath. Here's big Connor Cass, shot up and good. And boy, Eastmont does not have an answer for him right now. Baps to Kenyon. Snyder's left open. He puts up the shot, no good. Rebound. Yale kicks it out. Kenyon blocked by Torres. Torres layup all the way down court. Good. Crossover dribble underneath. Harley has position down there, up and in. Panthers a much taller team, and it is showing, and they're using that height to their advantage tonight. Another turnover by Eastmont. Back come the Panthers. Torres, the layup, good. And the Panthers are feeling it right now. A 10-point lead. Harley the rebound, back to Torres. Here's Cass underneath, getting hammered down there. That could be an intentional. Can't do that. Getting to be almost a little bit desperation time for the Wildcats, and now it is. A shot by Ryder Ray is good. 11-point Panther lead. Llewellyn, long shot for 3 is good. Under a minute and a half now left to go. Torres had it knocked out of his hands down court. Llewellyn, left-hand layup, good. And that cuts this lead to 4. To Cass at the free throw line. Far side, Ray dumps it back to Cass. Backs his way in and gets it to go. He's got 25, and we've got a foul. A flopping foul is called on Jackson Kenyon. Looking to drive on Cass, can't get it. Harley the rebound, all the way down. Torres, he stops, let the defense go by him. Torres, good. Under the basket is where Eastmont will bring this one in with 40 seconds left, and they're down by 8. Here's Llewellyn, quick shot, baseline, 2 points or 3, which one is it? And it's a 3-pointer by Llewellyn. Here's Carson Baps, the lefty. Now Snyder left open for 3. Baseline, no good. Lucas Baps up and in. 8.8 seconds left, clinging to this 4-point lead. Here's Ray. Inbounds. Harley back to Ray. He's hit on the arm by Snyder with 6.6 seconds. That was huge. Here's the other one. 6-point lead, and that should do it for the Panthers. 4 seconds left. Llewellyn the shot. And we've got a foul. That foul was on Mason Hammond, his 4th, as Eastmont made their way down court. Not really going to matter. The Panthers up by 6 with 3.8 seconds left. As Snyder brings it in, Llewellyn, the shot at the buzzer is no good. And how about that? The Wenatchee Panthers come to Eastmont and pull out an upset win. Our final score, Wenatchee 71 and Eastmont 65.
And with us now, our NCWLIFE channel player of the game, junior Connor Cass. Connor, great game.
Thank you.
End up with 25 points. And it looked like when you guys were down by 10 in that midway through the first quarter, quarter, something clicked in you guys, and you started getting it down low. You had a definite height advantage in that game. Was that part of the plan?
Yeah, I think so. Just got to run our plays, get it down low, and I was ready for it.
And you know, you had your opportunities in the first quarter, didn't connect on some of those, but boy, you sure did, especially in the second half.
Yeah, it was got to warm up a bit, I guess.
And you know, you guys were kind of feeling it in that second game against Eastmont. You had a furious comeback late in that game, ended up by losing by 5.
Yeah.
Tonight, you ended up with a 14-point lead, held on, and won by 6. Nice job.
Yeah, thank you.
How nice is it to not only get your first league win, but to beat your Cross River rival Eastmont in doing so?
It feels great. After losing to them twice before, it just feels really nice at the end of the season. It's just a great feeling.
The Eastmont girls and boys play at Ike, and Wenatchee will host Davis on Thursday, and that will wrap up the regular season. In the District 5 1B girls tournament in Moses Lake, Andy advanced with a win over Oroville. Host Moses Lake Christian moves on with a victory over Cascade Christian Academy. In the Central Washington 2B tournament, Brewster took first place with a 55-32 win over Okanagan. Tenasket beats Lake Roosevelt. All 4 of those teams, by the way, advanced to districts this weekend. In the District 5 2A boys tournament, Quincy and Ephrata, their seasons come to an end with losses to East Valley and Toppenish respectively. In the 1A tournament in Chelan, Zilla and Kashmir all advanced into the winners bracket with victories last night. Lake Roosevelt won the CW 2B tournament, but all 4 of those teams advanced to districts. And the schedules in the playoffs, all the small schools are in the playoffs now. The District 5 2A tournament continues tonight with those games in girls basketball and the boys. Postseason schedule continues. Both of those games are loser out, and those are just some of the games that people are playing. Happy National Lost Penny Day. As you know by now, the president wants the mint to stop minting pennies. It's still going to be legal tender. How many pennies are out there? The mint estimates. Now remember, these are coins. They don't get recalled and burned like paper currency. They're coins. Once they're out there, they have a tendency to stay out there. There are about 240 billion pennies floating around out there somewhere on this National Lost Penny Day. And I lost a penny already today, so I'm ahead of the game. Today in history, Abraham Lincoln was born in this date a long time ago. And they finally got around to building the Lincoln Memorial February 12th, 1915. 110 years ago, the first stone of the Lincoln Memorial was put into place. They started thinking about a memorial almost as soon as Lincoln was put in the ground, and then it took them 50 years to do it. A lot of squabbling about the details and the funding and what's it going to look like. And by the way, there is the Lincoln Memorial. You're only seeing about half of it. 66 feet of the Lincoln Memorial is actually the foundation. It's built on a swamp. They had to go 66 feet deep to build the foundation to support the weight of the Lincoln Memorial, which they finally got underway to build on this date in 1915. February 12, 1963, 62 years ago today, they finally got around to building the Gateway Arch in St. Louis, Missouri. It was first proposed in 1933, and they didn't start building it until 1963. Well, the Great Depression had a lot to do with it, and they had to go out and buy all the land, and then there were lawsuits. It's an impressive piece of work. It's 630 feet tall. That makes it America's tallest memorial. February 12, 1994 was the first day of the Winter Olympics in Lillehammer, and the most famous painting in Norwegian history, the Scream, was moved from its secure location at the gallery to a more public location so the people visiting Oslo for the Olympics could, look at the painting, and 2 guys made off with it. They actually left a note. Thanks for the poor security. They eventually got the painting back. There you go. And we're still doing the Super Bowl LVII. 2 years ago, the Chiefs beat the Eagles 38-35 in Glendale, Arizona. The 35 points scored by the Eagles, the most ever for a losing team. And we have birthdays. We mentioned Abe. Although he never liked being called Abe, he preferred to be called Abraham. Abraham Lincoln, universally regarded by most historians as the greatest president in this country's history. Born in the state in 1809, of course, he was 6'4", which makes him the tallest president in history. He was the only president to have obtained a patent, and more books have been written about Abraham Lincoln than any other American in history. He was born in the state in 1809. Omar Bradley, the very last of 9 men to achieve the rank of 5-star general. Born in the state in 1893. I don't think we'll ever see another 5-star general again. because we have to be in a declared war for that to happen. He lived in Beverly Hills in retirement. In the 1960s, his next-door neighbor was Elvis Presley, and they hung around together. They loved watching pro football on Sunday afternoons together. Elvis and Omar, who'd have thought? Lauren Green, born in the state of 1915, the voice of Canada. We chased Lady Luck till we finally struck Bonanza. And our last birthday, it's another heavenly birthday, the legendary Bill Russell, born in the state in 1934, his number 6, retired by the league. You will never see anybody in the NBA ever wear the number 6 again, and for good reason. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. I'm stressing heat because it's cold, but eventually it will get hot. This is the time to have your HVAC taken a look at. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Mike Minotti has an opinion, and then the Royal Court for the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival will be joining us when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
It's the NCWLIFE Community Calendar, a presentation of Apple Valley Honda. The Special Olympics Washington Winter Games returns to the Wenatchee Valley for the 35th year, the weekend of February 28th. 900 volunteers are needed to assist more than 1,200 participants and coaches throughout its 3-day run. From assisting on the slopes of Mission Ridge to keeping score of basketball games, no special skill is required. To volunteer, please visit the website on the screen.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNutty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, I love my wife, Rosie. Yes, I do. But her obsession with the Mariners is driving me crazy. I mean, I'm trying to read a book. I'm doing work on the computer. Heaven help me. I'm trying to go to sleep. But she feels the need to update me on every pitch, every strike, every foul ball, every doggone thing that's happening that, frankly, I couldn't care less about. You know, my friends, my buddies, they understand that when God was handing out the sports gene, I stepped out for a beer. Rosie, so somehow equates a shared love of the Mariners as some sort of barometer for our relationship. Now she can disagree with me about Janis Joplin, appropriate toppings on pizza, or my obsession with cop shows, and none of this is any indication that she doesn't love me. But me telling her that I could care less if Julio got a hit or struck out, man, we don't even want to go there. Oh God, this is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and that's my opinion.
Make your home your winter escape with Boswell's. Right now, save 10% on all qualifying recliners and ottomans, sofas, and home office chairs. Or save $400 on any motorized stressless power recliner. Plus, save $200 on 4 stressless dining chairs designed to follow your body's every movement. Shop Boswell's 2915 Easy Street in Wenatchee.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
When getting the job done right is job one, you need construction equipment that's built right. With durable Kubota engines, more comfort, and the versatility to do it all. You need the Kubota construction lineup. Right now, write it off a lot and write it off your taxes for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months or save up to $4,000.
Thanks for joining us here on the NCWLIFE channel as we welcome the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Royal Court. We have Queen Ella Johnson, we have Princess Deja Carlson, and we have Princess Yasmin Perez. They are nice enough to come and join us here on the NCWLIFE channel. Okay, well, I'll start with you, Ella. Since coronation on Saturday night, what has been your life like since then? Same? Different?
Both of these girls, I'm sure, could say it's been busy, but like in the best kind of busy. Right after the coronation, we talked to you right after, and then after that, we were rushed out to the audience to see all like the friends and family who came, which was so just like you just feel so loved and supported, and you know that they were there for you, win or lose. And so just to feel that support was just so amazing. But you're rushed through, you meet all these people, you take all these pictures, and then all of a sudden like it's empty, and you're like, what just happened? And you process the whole night. But it's been so chaotic, but so fun.
So, of course, the first thing I asked you about that post-pageant and post the coronation, about what you're going to do afterwards, you said get a burger. Did you get a burger?
I, in fact, did not. By the time I got out of there, it gets too late. Like, it gets to a certain point where it's like, it's too late to eat food. But I don't know about you. Did you go to eat?
I went to Applebee's and got some wings, I won't lie. Yeah.
I probably should have done the same, but I had pizza.
You had pizza?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of pizza did you
I'm not sure, but it was yummy. We went over to my aunt's house. That's all I know. It was good.
Okay. So celebrated nonetheless.
So then you guys had a chance to get together with the outgoing Royal Court on Sunday. Tell us a little bit about that.
So we got to go to brunch at the Wild Huckleberry, which was so fun. Just getting to see those girls again after the night, and after we've kind of processed and be like, oh my gosh, this is real. And they just gave us some great advice for going into our time as royalty. Just tips and tricks, funny stories too, and things to look forward to. So it was really great getting to talk with them.
So Deja, what about you as far as what you took out of that breakfast or brunch or whatever it was on Sunday?
Yeah, they had a lot of really good advice, like Ella said, but also those girls are just amazing girls deep down too, and I've known them for a few years. So just getting to see them in such a professional manner kind of encourages me to have that poise when I'm just around in the valley. And they told us a lot just about their experience and how just to not take it for granted. So I took that to heart a lot.
It was so fun to be backstage, and that's the first time I've ever been backstage while the coronation was going on, and to see their reactions. They were jumping up and down, they were clapping, they were teared up and everything. Yasmin, how about you on that get together with them on Sunday?
Yeah, it was really nice just getting to hear that one-on-one experience with what they went through, the emotions, the laughter, the funny stories. It was really heartwarming just knowing that this experience, this journey is going to be filled with nothing but excitement, a lot of new learning opportunities. It was a really nice interaction with them for sure.
Now, I think I may have mentioned it to you, Yasmin, on Saturday night, but I talked to a lot of people that watched both our broadcast and were there in person, and they said that everybody did great, but you knocked it out of the park as far as the pageant was concerned. Did you feel positive going into that, or did you feel like, okay, I need to do well here tonight in order to be in the top 3?
That is so sweet. I did see that part, but I didn't really understand. But now that you hear me, it's like, that's so heartwarming. That's awesome.
She won Miss Congeniality for a reason. She's the sweetest.
So in this process, and we talked about that a lot when we did the interviews with you guys and things like that, and how much it goes into the pageant and long before that and all the education and everything else. Was there ever a part, and I'll ask each of you this, was there ever a morning where you woke up at dark 30 or whatever it was and went, you know, maybe I don't want to do this?
I don't think so. Did you guys feel like?
No.
Yeah.
It's been so much fun. There's no point where you really feel like, oh, I don't want to do this. Like they said, yeah, it's busy, but it's so rewarding. It's like, it's worth it 100%.
And it's a service to the Valley. Gotta remember, like, you think about that. Everyone joins Apple Blossom usually because we're super involved in our school and our community, and we love Wenatchee Valley, and we understand like the rich value that it has. And so we're like, we want to be a part of this. We want to be involved in some way. So we recognize that it's a service, and we're honored that we got selected to be in this position.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I won't lie, I did have a few nightmares about the pageant, but it didn't necessarily make me not want to do it, but I did I think I even told you, I came the next day and was like, Ella, I just had the worst nightmare about like announcement. And it happened a few times, but it honestly just made me more excited.
But now she's princess.
Yeah. Well, and you were the first one announced too. I mean, what went through your head at that moment as Alex says Deja Carlson?
Yeah, it was amazing. I immediately looked right at my mom, and she was like sobbing, and it just made my heart so warm. And my entire family was a few rows behind my mom, and just they all stood up and started clapping, and it just makes you realize how loved you are really in the Valley.
What about the other ladies? I mean, the curtain closes, and then you got 7 that are not part of the royal court. And they went through this whole thing with you guys as well, and you guys became probably a sisterhood. How hard, but I mean, what was that experience like with the other 7?
I mean, everyone worked really, really hard, and they all we were all supporting and rooting for one another. Even down to that moment when you're holding hands, you're wanting the best for each of these girls, and you're like, that you're confident that the judges are going to choose, who they believe is going to best represent the Valley, and you know that any of us are going to do a great job because we get to know each other so well. So in that moment, after it's all happened, you still you can't believe that you're so honored, and you're like, it's like crazy, like they picked me. And then you're just super excited to start that journey, but then you're realizing that door behind you is closing. But all of the girls couldn't be more happier for you. And I talked to one of them this morning, my classmate, Alona Simbirski, and she was just like my biggest fan. She was like, oh my goodness, I'm just so happy, just crying, and just it's such a supportive group of girls. I know they're gonna go far, and I know that this season, not as royalty, as top 10, they're going to, make waves and change no matter what they do.
The interesting part about this, and I was talking with the ladies before we got on the air here today about this, is that it's not like it was 10, 15 years ago where they're all high school students and they get to go back to school on Monday and everybody gives them big hugs and loves them up and things like that. We've got Running Start, we've got River Academy, for example. So I guess that experience is a little different these days. How was your experience? Because we're doing this interview on Monday.
Yeah.
You had school for a couple of odd hours today.
Did.
So how was that?
So at the River Academy, we do an all-school psalm sing in the morning with the elementary students, and so that was super cool. The headmaster announced that both Alona and I participated, and then I was honored to get Queen. So we announced it then, and just everyone was just so excited and supportive. Again, it's just like when you first get crowned, it's like, oh my goodness, these people are just so loving and so supportive. And just the congratulations, thank you so much. And you just you don't know what to say but gratitude.
Sure. Now, Deja, you go to Wenatchee High School, sort of, but not really, right?
I do online Running Start right now. Sometimes I do in person, but as of right now, I'm doing online. And then I have one class at the high school. So I go there for a few hours a day, but I'm not there very often.
And you haven't had a chance to go there yet, right?
I haven't. No, I'll be there tomorrow. I didn't go today,
Okay.
but we have a group chat because the one class that I have is journalism, which is the newspaper. And so our editor group chat was just blowing up the night of the pageant. So nonetheless, I still got love from them for sure.
Yasmin, how about you? Eastmont High School, but you're also Running Start.
Yeah, I have 2 classes in person, so I feel like it would have been a lot different if I was at the high school, because like the Apple Blossom is a lot more of a thing, if that makes sense. But at the college, I did get recognition. I was in my communications class, and this lady was so sweet. She's like, "I saw you on TV. Like, I knew you." It was so cute and genuine. I don't know. I kind of forget, like, oh yeah, like that happened. I was just ready for the day to start. I'm like, it was so genuine. It was very cute.
So I don't know if you're used to the crowns yet or not. Ella, you did have a few issues with the crown. It's just that extra little conditioner you had in your hair that night, right?
It was just so glossy and shiny. I think it falling off was very me. I couldn't have, stay true to yourself, right? So it falling off was like a little mishap, but I was just so surprised and just so filled with like joy that I didn't even care. I was like, oops. Anyway, so that was just a silly moment, and then my escort came and crowned it back on my head too. So
I asked Darcy here. I was looking at a few things as far as the trivia about Apple Blossom, about the Royal Court, and this is the second time in 4 years now we've had a queen from the River Academy. Congratulations,
Thank you.
Ryan Salcido.
Yes.
In 2022, I believe, was her year that she won the royalty. And then also the name Ella. Okay, so if there's any junior girls in the Eastmont or Wenatchee school districts named Ella, I think you should probably run next year if you haven't thought about that already, because back-to-back Ellas, with Ella Stimmel last year and now Ella Johnson this year. And it made me wonder, okay, how many repeat names have we had back-to-back years in the past? Only twice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in 1935 and 36, you had 2 Jeans in a row.
Jean's my middle name, so.
Oh, well, my gosh, wow. Start changing your names now if it's not. In 1966 and 67, we had Patty's back-to-back. But now Ella's back-to-back. So kind of fun.
Look at that. I know, that's crazy.
So my next question for you ladies, this is going to require a lot of your time here come spring especially. So I know you like to golf. So is that going to have to be put on the back burner? What are you ladies going to probably have to put out of your schedule now that you are part of the royalty?
Yeah. I mean, I know personally, like I was saying earlier, we were chosen for these positions because our involvement in the community, or our involvement in school. So we can't just drop all of those things to do this, and because that's what makes us us.
Right.
So with sports and stuff, I'm still going to do as much golf as I can, and I'm going to still do as much with Young Life Capernaum as I can. But I know, and they're going to understand that I might have to cut back on some of those things in order to continue to serve in the Apple Blossom position in a more meaningful way.
Sure.
And also so I don't burn myself out. You know, I wouldn't want to spread myself too thin and then not be good at anything or be excited about anything. I want to be able to fully invest in every opportunity that I can.
You just made me think of cream cheese and a bagel. I don't know why. The spreading yourself thin, I think. So,
so Eric's hungry.
I'm hungry. I already took a bite out of the microphone, by the way. So.
Look at it. He got hungry.
Deja, how about you as far as your time schedule and your spring and looking ahead and go, okay, well, now here's what I'm going to be able to do and not be able to do?
Yeah, so one of the biggest things that I realized before top 10 selection even was that I won't be able to go to nationals for DECA. So that was one of the hardest things for me, honestly, was just tossing that around. But I am going to go to state, which is still fun, and that's in Bellevue. So that's still important to me, and I get to be with all my peers in that situation. But I don't get to go to Orlando, which is kind of hard. But I've gone the past 3 years, so it's been an experience overall. So, but I wouldn't trade this for the world, so it's worth it.
Yasmin, how about you?
Yeah, like Ella said, I think we're just going to learn how to balance our social life as well as this. This is more of like a job. It's very important. We're helping others in so many different ways, just the way they're helping us. So finding that good balance, I feel, is definitely necessary, regardless of what it is. Yeah, we're going to have to cut down on stuff, but we have to find our little place to enjoy stuff, whether it's something little. I think and this experience has helped us with, especially with Top 10. We've learned so many new skills that I think we're going to do great.
We'll be all right.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you thought was number one for you in that process Saturday with the judging in the morning and then the pageant in the evening that made it for you?
Like what you felt really good about?
Yeah. because you had mock panel where you had the judges all together, did about 10 minutes worth of questions and answers. Then you had the one-on-ones, which is kind of like speed dating. And then pageant on Saturday night. So was there an element for each of you that you thought, okay, that went well?
I mean, I think after the interview, the panel interview in the morning, I was scared going first because I knew whatever impression I make on the judges is, they're obviously not comparing you exactly to one another, but it is a competition. So, you're setting a standard, good or bad, for the future contestants. And so I wanted to just perform well. And so I was super anxious going into that. But like after it was totally a God thing, just the way that the questions were able to be answered. I was like, I don't even know how that came out of my mouth, but it was eloquent to some degree. And I just felt really like at peace leaving that interview, knowing that I just represented myself the best I could, and hopefully represented the Valley the best I could. So if that's, if I get chosen, then I get chosen. But if not, I can say I left it all out on the table there. Yeah.
Deja, how about you?
I was pretty comfortable with the interviews just because, again, I wanted to be the best me that I possibly could. So I did leave feeling like I was the best me that I could be, but I was most nervous for the impromptu, definitely. It was just the fact that you don't know.
I'm telling you, the one question, what was the one question?
The
funniest habit. That was a hard, I'm like, I don't even know.
Yes.
Like, tell us a funny habit right now, Eric.
I twitch my knee when I sleep at night, and my wife doesn't think it's very funny, but I think it is.
I bet she doesn't think it's funny.
But I mean, yeah. Now after you did well with that, and everybody did pretty well with that.
Thank you.
Holy cow, that was hard.
It was a hard one.
Yasmin, how about you as far as the full day?
The full day, I was very nervous just because the day, I knew it was going to be a big day. It was going to be a lot of stuff ahead of us. But I think in the morning we got to do a breakfast with the judges, and that was such a big, just relief, just getting to know the judges on a personal level. And just knowing they're not just judges, they're people, believe it or not, So just being able to talk to them, have some food, it really helped calm the nerves. And I think going into the panel, I felt a lot better, more relaxed. And I felt true to myself. Like they said, I'm proud of myself that I say true to myself regardless if I made a little mistake or it sounded silly. I'm proud of how the night went.
Have you emailed Justin Bieber yet?
No, I haven't, because will he respond? Probably not.
That was the cutest thing. Oh my goodness, watching that back.
No, that was awesome.
Had a great
we were
impromptu.
all, the whole crowd was laughing after that.
That was a hard, they were all three, we had very serious panel interview questions, and so we thought they'd be a little more, casual, like that, yeah. And then we get up for the impromptus, and it's like the silliest yet hardest questions you had ever heard of. You're like, second you asked what celebrity I would message, I was like, what are celebrities? Like, It's that stage fright is very real.
So you're supposed to come up with a song. Have you even started working on that yet?
I've got it in the works.
Oh, really?
We have. Well, we get to sing it when we go to the Lions Club.
That's right. You got to have it together pretty quick.
We do, yeah.
Our song kind of for the top 10 was Sweet Caroline. Like anytime we felt stressed out, we all just listened to Sweet Caroline. So I think we're going to do it to that melody.
Okay. All right.
Last year they did it to Shake It Off.
Oh, it was so cute.
Yeah,
they sang it to us at the breakfast. It
they
was
did.
awesome.
Okay. Yeah.
In the Wild Huckleberry, just busted it out in song.
That's awesome. Do you have the wave down yet? You got the whole wipe, elbow, wipe.
I don't know.
I was told by my brother that I need to work on it. So I do need some practice, according to him, because he knows. So, yeah,
the football player brother knows.
Was he doing it for you? Was he doing it?
No.
Wait,
I don't think he could.
Can we see your wave, Eric?
Yeah.
Well, it's this.
The elbow, wrist.
The elbow, wrist.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, see, there it is. All right. While you guys are doing that, keep doing that. Keep doing that, and we'll wrap it up here.
Okay.
Thanks for coming in, and congratulations to the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Royal Courts. We are watching it live here on the NCWLIFE channel. Keep waving. Keep waving.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
Remember when you could afford to have fun on two wheels without breaking the bank? Maybe you started on a Honda Z50 or a Trail 70 or one of the most popular Hondas of all time, the Trail 90. Well, Honda and Doghouse Motorsports are making fun affordable again. Introducing the Honda Monkey, the Dax, and the new updated Trail 125, all featuring fuel-injected 4-stroke engines with electric start. The best part of all, they are affordably priced under $5,000. Whether you're just getting started or you want to get back at it, Doghouse Motorsports has you covered.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Gorgeous view from Lake Wenatchee behind me. Of course, you can't see the lake because it's only about 3 degrees up at Lake Wenatchee, and the temperature of the frozen over lake is probably a little bit warmer than that. Temperature roundup, we are now down to 7 degrees, and if you're just joining us, we have set a new record. In fact, we blew by at the old record for the coldest overnight low on February 12th. Was 15 degrees. That was set only 4 years ago. Well, we pretty much wiped that baby out. It's only 7 right now. It is beginning to warm up in Moses Lake. It was 1 degree when this show started. They're up to 3. It's also 3 degrees out in Ephrata. Ellensburg has 7 degrees. Dryden checks in with 4. That's downtown Dryden. I don't know suburban Dryden, what the temperature is there. It's cold, so we set a record overnight low yesterday. We set one today. Going to set one tomorrow. It'll be about this temperature about this time on Thursday morning, and then we finally get some relief in sight. A gradual warming trend with some light snow. Here is the projected snow totals from the National Weather Service, and as you can see, it ain't much. And it's going to be the same type of snow that we've been seeing when it has been snowing over the last 10 or 12 days. Very light, very powdery snow, very little water content in it. We're not going to get much of snow at all, maybe an inch, and that would be the heaviest amount. They don't expect any real snow in the overnight period Thursday into Friday. Maybe a little bit of light snow for the Wenatchee Valley. Some locations a little bit more, depending really on where you go. Most of the snow is really going to be relegated to the far eastern part of our state and into the Idaho Panhandle and far western Montana, and even that isn't much. In fact, if anything, we actually could see a rain-snow mix by the time you get to Monday and Tuesday. And don't forget, Monday is a holiday. It's President's Day, so there won't be a lot of people taking the day off. But again, we are going to see some snow, but not a lot of snow. It's going to be a little more unstable, and it's going to be a heck of a lot warmer, all things considered. From the National Weather Service, sunshine today and a high of 24. That's cold. You factor in the wind chill value, 0. In fact, right now the wind chill value is below 0 in the Wenatchee Valley. It's chilly. Increasing clouds tonight, overnight low 8 degrees. That would be a new record. The record low for tomorrow, February 13th, is 15 degrees, and we'll be beating that and beating it good. No sunshine Thursday, still cold, a high of 25. Late Thursday into Thursday night into Friday, really. We start talking about snow. There's a 50% chance of snow in the wee small hours of Thursday night into Friday. Again, very little, if any, accumulation. The overnight low a lot warmer, 18 degrees, and then we start getting on the warmer side. Again, all things relative. 34 for the forecast high on Friday under mostly cloudy skies. Mostly cloudy Friday night, 19 for the overnight low. That blanket will keep us a little bit milder. Into the weekend we go. For a lot of folks, it'll be a 3-day weekend. Saturday, Lots of clouds, chance of snow, high of 32. The best chance of actual snow is Saturday night. We have a 70% chance of that, but again, less than an inch if we get that at all. Snow perhaps Sunday morning. By the time we get to the holiday, we'll be pushing 40. And I'm all for that. I'm tired of the cold, and I think we all are. That's it for us. Have a good and safe Wednesday. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.